Damian, you guys have been really hot on offense this entire bubble trip. Were you just due for maybe a bad game as a team? Or are the Lakers really doing things to slow you guys down?
I wouldn't say we were due, but I do think that the game balances itself out. You know, some guys come out and have a huge night, and then the next night, you know, they can be cooled off. Some teams play really well for stretches, and then they have that game where they cool off. And I think we've played really well offensively since we've been here. So I wouldn't say we were due, but I mean, it happens. You know, sometimes you have a tough night on that end of the floor, and I think tonight we had a tough night on the offensive end of the floor.
Next question is coming from Cassidy Hubbard with ESPN.
Dame, we saw when the trainers were talking to you as you're by the bench, you got emotional, you threw the towel. What were you feeling in that moment?
I mean, at that point, when it first happened, I was, you know, pulling at it, and it was a little bit, you know, I've never done that. So I pulled it back a little bit myself, but it still was out. And they had to put it back for me. And at that point, I thought it was broke. So, you know, I was just frustrated because I had to go back and get it looked at. I was just frustrated. You know, it was just bad timing. You know, I handled the ball a lot, you know, so just knowing that there's going to be some discomfort and, you know, I don't know how that's going to feel or how it's going to go. It's frustrating. So that's all it was.
You said this isn't your first dislocated finger. It's just the first time you tried to pull it out.
I've never dislocated my finger.
Did you think you hit it on AD's foot, or do you know
I didn't know what happened. I just know I reached from behind, and I didn't know if it was like his leg or his foot, or if I just like pushed my hand into his back or what. But I felt it right away, and when I felt it, I didn't even want to look at it. But I looked, and it was off, and I immediately started to try to pull it back, and I got it to go back a little bit, but it was still out. And when I went to the back, they had to pull it back.
Next question is coming from Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Dame, what's your sense of this team's fatigue level right now?
I don't think we're very fatigued. I think obviously playing every other day is tough. You know, we don't have to travel. We're able to go right back and get, you know, treatment and cold tub and do the things that we need to do. And then we got another day in between to continue that. And then we've been playing the late game. So, you know, it's tiring, but, you know, I think we got a lot of things working in our favor as far as not traveling and being able to go right back to the hotel and get right on the things that we need to get on top of. And we coming off a long break, so I don't think that's an excuse or anything that we would say about ourselves.
Jason Quick with The Athletic has another question.
Just how would you then explain this performance tonight? I mean, you guys were kind of getting beat to a lot of loose balls, getting beat for rebounds. How do you explain this?
I mean, we just got outplayed. You know, obviously we came out and won the first game, so it's natural for them to come out and be a little bit more aggressive, to have a little bit more fight. And we didn't come out relaxed. They just went after it harder than we did. And it was their night, and it didn't help that we didn't play well on the offensive end, and they're a team that wants to play fast and play in transition. So we kind of played into their hands by not playing good offense. And once they got to doing that, they started feeling good about themselves. And that just, you know, when teams get to feeling good about themselves, they just defend harder. They work harder. We gave them that opportunity. And they got us tonight. You know, we got our butts kicked tonight. But it's just one game. I think that's the beauty of it. It's a series. And they don't get 2 wins for you know, such a great effort. So, you know, being beat the way we got beat, it doesn't count for 2 losses. It counts for 1. And we get to come back in a tie series and keep going. So, I mean, we got to go watch film. We got to make our adjustments and do better at a lot of things and get ready for the next game.
Final questions coming from Joe Varden with The Athletic.
Hey, Dame. Watching tonight, it seemed like they were taking JaVale or Dwight and running them at you with the ball above the 3-point line. Was that new tonight? And if it was, then how do you beat that?
I mean, it wasn't something that I hadn't seen before. It was new in this series. They didn't do it last game. And they sold out more. You know, as soon as I crossed half court, I would just kind of be handling and waiting, or calling a play or calling a pickup, and they were calling. You know, I just kept hearing them yelling out box, 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 and the guy would come, and they were trying to like keep me in a boxed in area, and then the weak side was pulled over. So I mean, I recognized it. And I'll go back and watch more of it to see, you know, what they were doing and where we could take advantage of it and just make that adjustment, you know. But I think I'm gonna have to give it up and, you know, trust the pass out to score, make them pay for it, and hopefully it'll soften up, and then I can, you know, find my spots to be more aggressive against it.